see it, I want it. I not yellow on it. I dream it, I work hard, I grind till I own it. I twirl on it.
It is me, the absolute most hated, the coldest, and the hottest. I am Nikki T. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning to the Nick Critique, okay? But before I get into that, I need to make sure that y'all are, subscribed to my channel. So I'm gonna give y'all about 5-6 seconds to do that. Y'all done? Okay, cool, thanks. Today's review is on the latest installment to 21 Savage and Metro Boomin series. It's called Savage Mode 2. Highly anticipated. It's been 4 years since they dropped the first one, and I was super duper excited to hear this one. I'm a fan of 21 and I'm a fan of Metro Boomin as well. I think Metro is a phenomenal producer. 21, he's just constantly evolving, and he still is sticking to his roots at the same time. So I really do like both of these people. It was 15 songs total, which is the perfect amount. Y'all know how I am about these long motherfucking albums, but this was the perfect amount. And then it lasted about 44 minutes. The iconic Morgan Freeman narrated this entire project too. I really liked that portion about it. It made it seem like it was an actual sequel to a film with him narrating the whole thing, and then the trailer that they dropped as well too. I'm not gonna do this one track by track, not because it was too long, but I just don't want to. And it wasn't that long anyway. But of course, I have to highlight that beautiful intro that segued perfectly into running. I leave out my cars, running, yeah. That house so bumping, like, on Jesus, Devontae, Christ. Capital T at the end, do you hear me? Like, that whole way too hard. But yeah, Mr. Freeman, he did a phenomenal job introducing Savage Mode 2, and he really just built up the anticipation for it. It's really like they turned up the Savage with this one. Much bigger, much better, much harder, much more savage. Savagery, is that a word? Savage-ish? Savage shit, whatever. I'm a cusser. I thoroughly enjoyed this album for many reasons, especially since I'm a hip hop fan. I really appreciated the samples, especially that 80s song. I'm gonna put it down below somewhere. And then Diana Ross on running. And then we had Nas on one. And then we had Many Men Wish Death Upon Me. Like, oh my God. And wait a minute. The fact that he actually got the original graphic designers for Cash Money that did all of their covers and everything to do this one, Pen and Pixel, shout out to them, Houston's own. They started off working with J Prince and Rap A Lot Records, and then they just blew up into these phenomenal graphic designers, and they came out of retirement for 21 and Boomin. This album is just really good. I don't really have too many bad things to say about it, but of course, it's rare to have a perfect 10 out of 10 album. I really just started checking out towards the end of the album because things just started to get a little bit repetitive for me. But the last 3 or 4 songs really woke me up. Yeah, the choruses, they just kept getting repetitive, and then I didn't like how running and sliding sound the exact same to me. Let me know down below if y'all think the same thing. And I absolutely hated that song with Drake. It just didn't do it for me by any means. Didn't like it at all. If it come on, I probably won't skip it depending on my mood, but like I just didn't like it. It just sounded way too TikTok-y. It didn't sound like Savage. Like, fuck what y'all thinking. I also think that I wouldn't have liked Said and Done if it replaced somewhere else on the album. It was perfectly placed at the very end. It sounded like an ending type of song, but the Stephanie Mills sample is just genius. The instrument or whatever that sound is, I don't know what it is, but when I hear it on a song, I automatically like the song. So shout out to Metro Boomin once again. It gave it a bit of nostalgia. You ended the album and ended with this sample, then it ended with 21 and Morgan Freeman and everything. Like, it just really gave it that nostalgia bit, Like I said, I was pretty much a fan of every single song. Well, not every single song, but a few of the standouts were Rich Nigga Shit. Is that the name of it? Yeah, Rich Nigga Shit. Then we had Running, of course, that's my shit. Snitches and Rats, they were all standouts to me. And like I said, and Many Men, I like that one too. This whole eerie, sinister, mildly horrorcore influence, it really stood out to me because that's the type of music that I grew up on. 3 6 Mafia, UGK, and then a lot of the other Memphis rappers as well too. Project Pat. Coopster nigga, shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So that's my type of music. You know, I like that type of shit. One of 21's biggest influences is Gucci Mane, and his favorite rapper is Project Pat. So just a little fun fact. The first Savage Mode was so fire when it came out, and I had no doubt that they would be able to top it because 21 is an artist that's always evolving. I like it about him because it always keeps me on my toes. It keeps me anticipating to see what he has next. I'm always interested to see what he's dropping. I think if he makes 1 or 2 more great ass albums, then I could confidently say that he's mastered the art of making a full, amazing project. I feel like nowadays artists just don't invest their time into making albums, and I know Beyonce, she can concur to this. She said this a long time ago in an interview or a documentary. We can't keep focusing on 3000 BC, but it's like back in the day, we actually had to physically go purchase an album, or when the digital space started getting more and more advanced, we were able to use our digital dollars to purchase an album, whether it was on iTunes or Napster or whatever Android store they had back in the day. I didn't have an Android, but it's like, so people are spending money on your shit. I feel like the artist is more obligated to create something more meaningful and much better, because nowadays on streaming it's like, either way it go, whether you liked it or not, I still got paid. So that's just how it is. I really don't like that because a lot of albums have been bullshit. But this album, I could play it literally top to bottom, little to no skips, whatever mood I'm in. Like, I will always be in the mood to be like, oh, okay, I want to listen to 21, da 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 da. He remains relevancy with or without Metro Boomin, but I just really want to see him do another solo project like I Am Greater Than I Was, so I can really say that he's mastered the art of creating a great fucking project. Alright, busters, I ain't got much more to say. It is what it is. I sound like I like the album, didn't it? I hope so. So it's time for a rating, so give me a drum roll, please. I'm gonna give this album a 9 out of 10. I already gave my thoughts, my pros, my cons. I want you all to let me know down below. But before y'all do that, check out what my Instagram followers have to say about it. Yes, I thoroughly enjoyed this project. I really did, and I will be adding this to my top albums of the entire year. Thank you all for tuning to this week's episode of The Neat Critique. I really appreciate it. Please make sure you give me a thumbs up. I need that. Please be sure to comment down below what were your favorite tracks off the album, least favorites, your overall rating. Did you agree with me? You disagree? Let me know down below. And most importantly, subscribe, and tell a friend to tell a friend about your girl Nikki T. Thank you all for watching. Ciao.